Good evening, this is Cam, here to drive you crazy, and here we are. It is officially March 30th, and Skeem's brand new album, Pop Punk is Dead, is out on all major digital downloads, iTunes, Spotify. He has pre-orders for physical copy albums still available. I'll leave all links in the description for his website, how to order, pretty much anything that I'm going to mention is going to be in the description or after this video is posted. And I just can't help but just say, it was back in the first day of December where I was putting out a review for his latest album, and here we are only 4 months later for another album. So let's just jump straight into it because I want to just get into the majesty that is this album. It is an amazing album, 10 songs, and the very first song we're going to go into is Toss and Turn. So Toss and Turn is basically just the emotions that you overcome dealing with some pain, the thoughts of someone that you may have had a great deal of feelings for, and all these other little things that happen in your life that constantly just make you think something over and over, a little too much maybe sometimes, maybe something else that just makes you can't have a good sense of rest. So tossing and turning is just like how you would in a bed if you're not able to physically fall asleep that well. But at the exact same time, this song has a great deal of lyrics that are very well stand out, a very amazing beat, and also a chorus that is just worth jamming to and bumping your head around to, and gives that true feel of what original pop punk music should sound like. To me, this song is an immediate 9.5 out of 10. It's a great song to open up an album to, and I wouldn't be too surprised how people would not appreciate this song. Very next one is actually a music video. Again, I'll post all of those in the description. And this one is actually Pop Punk is Dead, the name of the album, which is featuring Postcard. To a lot of people who may not know, Postcard is just a good friend of Skeem and also a musician himself, obviously. This song is a reflection on what the original pop punk music was sought out to be like. The different kind of genres that were coming out at that time between like pop rock, pop punk, punk rock, all those kind of different ways to really describe the different kind of music that was coming out, but always having the differences and explaining what is the difference between some of them, as well as just saying this music has been kind of foreshadowed back from like the early to mid 90s, and just explaining that pop punk, unfortunately, to most people is dead, except for some of the people who are trying to bring it back, like Skeem. He makes a mention in his chorus about MGK doing more of a rock kind of song, and it's a great song to listen to, an amazing music video to watch as well. So this one right here is getting a 9 out of 10, and I hope that you guys will always come around to check out the music videos for him as well, and anything else that he may do later on. Next song, Sunday Morning. It's a song that's basically about having the dreadful thoughts of knowing that this everyday life is still so struggling, even though you may be a person that goes and attends church services, you get to listen to what is expected to be able to overcome these wickednesses in the world. For me, it's a little bit indifferent, because I know I'm a church member myself, and I know exactly how I feel about it, and how I have certain things that I can say I can agree to, certain parts that I can say I could see it because of how people live in this day who may not have the same kind of mindset that my mind has. But this is another amazing song to listen to for the lyrics base. It has a really, really catchy chorus. One of those kind of choruses that you just want to just bounce around to and listen to. To me, this is a very good song. I give this one a very solid 8.5 out of 10. And this one is slowly becoming a big fan favorite to most people. This one was, when it was released, a lot of people always wanted to listen to this one, and I hope that you guys would want to listen to this one just as much as well. Very next song is Bad Girls. So we'll just keep this one very basic because this one is, you know, just as it sounds. It has a great story behind it, talking about how certain girls take advantage of good guys and how they eventually and hopefully are able to overcome those, you know, ways that they act upon other people, realize their mistakes, and learn what they need to do to make it become a better, you know, event for not only themselves but for the people who they may have been bad to as well. And a lot of the times it's involving like cheating, having a guy who always puts the effort to be in, you know, the best relationship that they can be with this person who unfortunately may just be as toxic to them as possible. To me, this kind of is another song that sticks into my heart a little bit because of past relationships that I've gone through. But I would only give this one maybe an 8 out of 10 for myself because, again, the story-wise and the meaning behind the lyrics sticks very well to me, but it doesn't have that good of a chorus in my opinion. It's very just straightforward, so that's why I just keep it as straightforward as I can. It's an 8 out of 10. I still like the song. There's no reason that I'm going to be skipping this song, but it just doesn't reside too well for me. Very next one, probably one of the top 3 in this album for all the fans, called Generation Y. And this one is just a song that reflects back to why Generation Y is being reflected into the millennials who are, you know, indifferent about a lot of things, especially what is going on in this modern day world with the Generation Y community. And it's just a straightforward questioning, why are these people being the way that they are, being the kind of people that they act, the things that they want to do, the things that they want to change, all the different kind of, you know, mentalities that these people have. So it has a very fun vibe to it. It's a very good jam. I would say if this song played in a concert, this one would definitely be a mosh pit kind of song, but that's just my intake on it. So this song for me is a 9.5 out of 10. Another amazing song to listen to, and I hope that you guys would like this song just as much. I Can't Feel My Mind. A song that was it was the very first song that was put out for this album. I remember listening to this song for the first time maybe 2 months or so ago when it first was being put out for people to listen to, and it was pretty much one of the favorite things that I got to listen to because I was like so hyped to know that he already had this song available. And the lyrics behind it is basically just about understanding mental illness in its own sense, the kind of things that corrupt your mind, that doesn't make you feel or have the great mindset in itself to be able to fully understand what it's like to deal with it. So you always want to try and feel okay, everything is going to be fine, you're going to be okay. And so it's just simply to say it's hard for someone who goes through those kind of illnesses and mentality to overcome that sickness itself. Again, a favorite song of mine, but I give this one only an 8.5 out of 10 because since it was one of the original songs, it will always resonate with me very well, but it's one of those songs that I don't feel that many people will actually catch on to too well, but I digress. Next song is the first music video that he put out, a very well made music video. Again, everything will be in the description. And this song, Headphones, right now is the fan favorite. The meaning behind the song, everything that goes on in the purpose of this song, which is just saying you put on some headphones because everything else that may happen in this world that is negative, that can be, you know, trying to bring you down, you can always just put on headphones to listen to the music that makes you feel inspired, that makes you forget that there is things that are trying to hurt you, that things that are trying to harm you, people who are trying to put you down. You want to just constantly show others that you can do anything that you set your mind to by just drowning it out. And that's why for me, Headphones is the solid 10 out of 10. There is nothing wrong with this song. It is such a great song. I know people have this one on repeat all day as far as I know. Very next song is called Sorry. This one was a favorite of mine. Kind of just like how it was from the previous album where it's about, you know, relationships. This one is basically explaining that even though the girl in the relationship was always doing things that was bad and negative to him, he was the one who always felt like he had to apologize. He was the one who had to say sorry because of what she was doing to him. And he wanted to just say, you know, as long as I can say sorry, that means that we get to be able to be with each other, you know. And that's why I always say it kind of reflects onto something that I felt like was, you know, always hurtful. I was apologizing to a lot of my exes before when they were the ones who did things to hurt me, or I had to apologize for knowing that for some reason I was the one that was, you know, always on the wrong side of this relationship where they didn't want to be with me no more, even though I always wanted to show them I wanted to be in that relationship with them. So to me, this one is a 9 out of 10. It doesn't say that it won't stick too much with others, but to me, it is a big thing to anyone who's ever gone through relationships like that. The next song is Test Drive. This one actually just had a music video drop the other day, I would say, because it was back on the 29th versus the 30th when this one got dropped. But this is the last music video that will be available before this video gets posted, and it's a really simple song, one of the shorter songs on the album, but very up pace. Has a different kind of tone and voice from Skeem himself, but that's what makes this one a really good one, I would say. And the meaning behind the song is basically just life itself. We're on a test drive throughout our entire life to understand, you know, if we were driving in a car and we just wanted to see how it feels, how it goes to have this kind of car, go down this particular road, and always just trying to figure out exactly what makes everything happen the way that it does. This song, very simply, I would just say it's an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Very fast, very simple, but it's a good song to listen to and jam out to. And I'll run through this one kind of fast because this one is like a 5-minute song, but the song is called Sideshow, and this one I'll just explain because it's kind of a long process to really go through, which is he is explaining that he is a sideshow to the main event as how he feels in his heart. No matter how many things he may try to do, he won't ever actually have that recognition of what it means to be the main event. But in the end of it, he has proven by his father that he was the reason why more people have a reason to appreciate the main attraction and not just say, well, we'll just wait in nothingness. You are the reason why you had a purpose for doing something, and you are the purpose that everyone else gets to appreciate. Straightforward, another 10 out of 10 song, a very popular and highly demanded by the fans. And I hope that you guys appreciated my simple review. And again, everything will be in the links below for you guys to check out. My name is Cab, and I'm here. drive you crazy. Aloha, God bless, and take care.